Right. So, when you think of real estate, and a real estate company, you expect it's just agency, housing, sales, and all of that, just providing housing solutions. But now you're going into agro. That's the agro side of things. Talk to me about that and what's motivating, you delving into that side of things.
Thank you so much. So, agro real estate is not new. We have a great icon who have done this, Awolowo. Back in his years, he founded the Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, over 10,000 hectares. Luckily, he's in my community. So I learned from everything that we saw there. And today, after 50 years, that place is still yielding revenue, and that is real estate in agriculture. Now, we have taken this further by democratizing what we can do with the oil palm, by making sure that people don't just buy land for building houses alone, they can buy land for agriculture. And then together we can create models to solve food security, create exportable agriculture of the country, and people can earn from agriculture. So these are models for agro real estate. Basically, all over the world, farm assets, farm acquisition as an asset is a major investment. And definitely, the land we appreciate over time, and sooner than later, that same land that is 50,000 today, after you have farmed on it for 10 years, 20 years, can become 100 million tomorrow. So right. That's all about the agro real estate model.
So if I want to, key into that side of things, all I'm doing is I'm buying, agro land, at this point. So what's the earning potential there?
Okay. Let me give you a bit of what we have done with this. So as of today, we are cultivating about 4,000 hectares in 4 different states. In Oyo State, currently, we have an oil mill processing palm oil at about 1.5 tons per day. We recently launched a 3,000 hectares in Ado-Duota, Ogun State, and we are going to be launching a 5,000 hectares this year, also in Ogun State. Now, what it means to the investors is that you buy this land, you own it, and then because it is a community, we're able to provide better security, better practice of agriculture. We partner with NIFOR, with other institutions, IITA, to see how this is done professionally. And then the oil palms grow, and then you can earn for over 30, 40, 50 years, because the oil palm is sustainable for a very long time. So your profitability is not just today. It is for a very long time, both on the oil palm and also on the land asset that is going to be appreciated. And we have seen this become a major force to solve some basic problem in Nigeria. For example, this is a model to solve poverty. I'll give you an example. You're going to retire someday, and then you will retire to something that should be dependable. And I can tell you that the palm oil or the palm oil plantation can serve as a retirement plan. If you own a 5 hectare today, cultivated with palm tree, you are definitely sure of having passive income for over 40, 50 years. And then you are not pressured at your retirement. For cooperative organizations, they can invest massively in oil palm. For churches, for different institutions. And when we talk about this in our model for sustainability, beyond the oil palm, is the fact that the land itself can be intercropped. So the oil palm is planted at a very space that can allow other crops to do well on it. So today in Lagos State, we operate the biggest farm right in Acre with oil palm. Last year, we had the Commissioner for Agric visit our Eco-Yams project. 2023, right in the midst of this oil palm, we intercrop over 1 million tubers of yam. It is always new that, Lagos don't have land. But agriculture is a basic thing that if we understand how to do it, it is far profitable for everyone and is a value chain to explore for decades.
And, definitely there's also, impacts, when you're looking at this kind of business. Talk to me about the environmental side of things.
Thank you so much. Now, you see, when I speak about Lagos State, you have a lot of industries in Lagos State. I think Lagos should be more concerned about having a lot of oil palms because the trees will support the environment. If you go to Occupancy today, you have about 1.5 million trees planted. So the more trees we can plant, not just trees now, economic trees can also help our environment to survive. Last year, I was privileged to be on the UK House of Parliament, and I was speaking about sustainability and telling them simply about my father's story. He died when I was 14. He planted over 100 acres of the oil palm. When he died, that was our sustainability. We don't need to beg any uncle to go to school. We mill palm oil, pay our tuition. But talk about the environmental impact. He's gone for over 20-something years now. Those trees are still supporting the environment. So Agric has a lot of potential to sustain our environment beyond the economic impact that it will give unto us.